persons having the same professions. To beat hollow, to defeat completely, to bear the brunt of, to bear the consequences, a bed of thorns, full of sufferings and sorrows, a bed of roses, full of joy and pleasures, between the devil and between the deep sea. Sorry, it's between the devil and the between the devil and the deep sea. Okay, between two great difficulties. Between the devil and the deep sea means between two great difficulties. To the backbone, thoroughly, a bird of passage, a migratory person, to build castles in the air, to form imaginary schemes, bread and butter, livelihood, to come to hand, receive, a cat's paw, to make somebody a tool, a cock and bull story, an imaginary story, to burn one's fingers, to get into trouble, to burn one's votes, to decide, a cool head, a calm judgment, to cry for the moon, to wish for something impossible, to catch red-handed, to catch in the act of doing, to come in grief, to be ruined, to fail, or to come to grief, to be ruined, to cut a sorry figure, to produce a poor result. Crocodile's tears, false tears, a child's play, something very easy, to come of age, to be measured, to carry fire and sword, to cause destruction, to cry over spilt milk, to reach a crisis, to change hands, to pass from one person to another, to come to a head, to reach a crisis, to cross swords, to fight, to clinch the issue, to decide the matter, to chew the cud, to think deeply, a cry in the wilderness, a useless cry, cast down, depressed, to feathers one's nest, to care for oneself, to care for one's selfish interest. To feather one's nest means to care for one's selfish interest. By fits and starts, irregularly. By fits and starts means irregularly. A dead letter, no longer in use. A dark horse, a competition of unknown capabilities. To dance to one's tune, to carry out orders. Damocles' sword, an impending danger. A drug in the market, an unsaleable thing due to lack of demand. Every inch, completely, a fair weather friend, a selfish friend, eye for eye, tit for tat. A drawn game in which no team wins. From hand to mouth, a miserable existence, fed up, to be tired of, a fish out of water, to be in an uncomfortable position, a fool's paradise, joy based on false hopes, face to face, personally, to face the music, to face the trouble, to fish in troubled waters, to take advantage of the troubles of others, to give a slip, to escape, to give a slip, to escape. First and foremost, important, a fly visit, hasty and brief visit. Foul play, bad intention, a fatal disease, a disease that causes death. A gala day, a day of rejoicings, to get the sack, to be dismissed, to go without saying, to be clear, to go a long way, a great help. Give and take, mutual cooperation, to go through fire and water, to make sacrifice, to get into hot water, to get into trouble, to grease the palm, to bribe, to go hand to hand, to go together, to gain ground, to progress, to be a good hand at, to be expert, hand to hand, a close fight, hide and seek, to deceive, heart to heart, free and frank, high spirits, to be very happy, half-hearted, lacking enthusiasm, the high and the low of all ranks, hammer and tongs with all one's might, to hit below the belt, to fight unfairly, hale and hearty, very healthy and sound, hue and cry, to raise alarm, a hard net to crack, a problem difficult to solve, heart and soul with full energy, to hammer out, to plan, to have a hand in, to take part, to have clean hands, to be innocent, to hit the nail on the head, to do what is proper at a proper time, henpecked, a husband under the control of his wife. To have a windfall, an unexpected good fortune. Hush money, a bribe. Head and shoulders, very superior. To have finger in the pie, to interfere. Head and ears, completely. Hand and glove with, very friendly. Hard and fast, rigid. To hold one's own, to maintain one's position boldly. To have one's way, to do one's own will. To do one's own will. Hand and glove with, very friendly. Hard and fast, rigid. Okay. To have one's way, to do one's own will. Hobson's choice, no choice at all. To hold one's tongue, to keep silence. In the long run, in the end, in a nutshell, briefly, an iron hand, silver hand, in the nick of time, just in time. To be in vogue, to be in fashion. In the air, widespread, in black and white, in writing, in cold blood, cruelty, ins and outs, full detail, in the course of, during, in hot water, in difficulty, jack of all trades, a person supposed to know everything but master of none, a jailbird, a person who has been to jail many times, kith and kin, relatives, to keep body and soul together, to remain alive, to keep the wolf from the door, to keep away hunger and starvation, knit one's brow, to get angry, to keep one's head above water, to escape death, to knock down bad defeat, lion's share, a big share or a major share, let down, to fail to keep promise, to laugh in one's sleeves, to laugh in secret but not openly, loaves and fishes, material comforts, let off, released, the long and short, in brief, to have no stone unturned, to make all possible efforts. To look blue, depressed, to lead astray, to misguide, to leap in the dark, a careless action, a left-handed compliment, a false praise, to lend a hand to help. To lend a hand to help, a man in the street, an ordinary person, a mare's nest, a rumor, a mare's nest, a rumor, to mind one's own business, to leave other people alone. To make neither head nor tail off, not to understand, maiden speech, a speech delivered at the first time, to make up one's mind, to resolve, a man of means, a rich man, to mince matters, not to talk plainly, to make a clean sweep of, to remove, a man of moment, an important person, a man of word, a reliable person, to make headway, to progress slowly and steadily. A 9 days wonder, pleasure for a short period, a necessary evil, an unavoidable evil. Once for all, finally, out of gear, out of order, odds and ends, different things, off and on, now and then, or no avail, of no use, out of pocket, without money, out of question, impossible, over and above, besides, out of place, not proper to the occasion, out of date, out of fashion, on the eve of, just before, offhand, without previous preparation, out and out, completely, nook and corner, everywhere, to nurse a grudge, to revenge, neck to neck, side by side, now and again, occasionally, neck or nothing, with the use of everything, the prince, devils, misprints, to play the games, to observe the rules, to pick a quarrel, intentionally begin a quarrel, pros and cons, arguments for and against, palmy days, prosperous and peaceful days, to put one's shoulders to the wheel, to help oneself, to put the cart before the horse, reverse order, to pull one's legs, to make a fool of, a past master, thorough master, to poke one's nose, to interfere with, to play with fire, to do something dangerous, pass through, undergo, to pay the piper, to bear the cost, to put in cold storage, to neglect. A queer fish, a strange person, to pour oil on troubled waters, to pacify matters, a rainy day, a time of difficulty, a red letter day, lucky and important day, root and branch entirely, to run down, weak in health, a red rag, to a bull, a cause of anger, rough and ready, unpolished manners, red tapism, official formality, round the corner, near, run through, waste, a rolling stone, one who is never constant to one's work, a royal road, an easy way to achieve an end, to smell a rat, to suspect something, sweat of one's brows, hard labor, to save one's skin, to accept without loss. To accept without loss. Snake in the shoes, to be in a state of fear.